the second video of the day. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when I upload more content. Please feel free to hit the like button, smash that like button, and share away here. We share away here if you love Star Wars. This video is about where the prequel haters and their attitude got us, and why we have the sequel trilogy and what it did to George Lucas. What prequel hate did to George Lucas. So this is part 2 of this video. So guys, if you haven't left your bar stools, don't. Order another drink if you have to. If you haven't eaten yet, eat. I want to talk a little bit about what precipitated The Force Awakens. First off, I'm going to call out prequel haters because they still exist. I have never met, basically, at times, a sorrier, more unapologetic group of human beings in my life than people who hate George Lucas because of the prequels. They love Star Wars, but they hate George Lucas. All right? I remember a friend, a girl I used to talk to on Tumblr who was actually a rational Tumblrina. Basically, you know, we were looking at photographs of George Lucas and Harrison Ford at Star Wars Celebration. They were doing an interview with some idiotic, retarded millennial. And both of them were like, why are we talking to this guy? And the pictures were actually really good. I mean, Harrison just looked amazing. And Lucas just, well, he looked like George Lucas, you know. And we were talking about how, you know, awe-inspiring it would have been just to be within 20 feet of both of them. And, you know, it's really funny. We were watching the video, too. And she said how many of those people were cheering that absolutely tear him apart in other places. And that's exactly right. A, because they don't get why Harrison is sort of reluctant to share any sort of Han Solo love with the fans. You know, I don't get it, but I also kind of do. And they also are angry about George Lucas making the prequels. So here's the deal. Lucas sold Lucasfilm not only because he was afraid he would have to lay off people that had worked for him for decades, and he wanted them to have jobs, because he wanted to go into more experimental filmmaking. He sold Lucasfilm because if he tried to tell the sequel stories, his stories about what happened to Han and Leia, Luke, and Vader's grandchildren, he was afraid that the prequel haters would come up and, you know, crap down his neck again like they did. And it was mostly the media. Now, I'm going to say this. George Lucas had a lot of trouble in the past with Hollywood and the media in general because they see him as too independent. They see him as too much his own man. They don't get that that's what he wanted to do. And it grates on him, which is why we get prequel hate. And, of course, prequel haters because, you know, they don't like Hayden Christensen. They crap all over some of the lines, which, you know, if you took those 3 movies, mostly Attack of the Clones and The Phantom Menace, and did a little bit of editing, the movies would be fine. Phantom Menace is actually a very good movie, and I know a lot of Star Wars fans who think it's their favorite, who say it's their favorite. It's not my favorite. My favorite will always be The Empire Strikes Back because it's literally is the perfect movie. But we're not talking about that right now. You know, but these people really raked Lucas, Hayden Christensen, sadly, the young man who played Anakin as a boy over the coals. And this informed Lucas's decision to not make his sequels, but to sell Lucasfilm, as well as not wanting to see people who worked for him for decades be thrown out in the street. You know, if he had to close down some of the shops and everything. So, this is how we got the shitty Force Awakens. This is why Disney did their means testing and thought that prequel hate was still up there with you know, hating Hitler and Mussolini and the rest. And this is why they went the cheap, cynical way. Instead of doing something unique and inspiring, they were too fearful of doing that. So they went back to the OT and stole A New Hope. And in doing so, they destroyed Han Solo. He did a 180 back to who he used to be. Leia was turned into a dried-up hag. You know, a third-wave feminist proxy, which is disgusting to me. Because she didn't need that. She was fine the way she was. She was a perfect female character without being destroyed the way they destroyed her. And they destroyed Luke Skywalker. I mean, you know, if you look at The Force Awakens, it was the gateway for Rian Johnson, who, funny enough, J.J. Abrams admitted in an interview that I talked about yesterday that A, they never met, and B, Rian Johnson did start writing The Last Jedi before The Force Awakens was even finished filming, before it started filming. So there's no continuity, all right? And of course, we know the travesty that occurred with that. You know, it's sad, but see, here's the deal. J.J. Abrams is not the guy. He's not the visionary to make a movie worthy of George Lucas, to write the movie, to make the movie worthy of him. Obviously, Larry Kasdan had to have Lucas standing over his shoulder to do the right thing. He needed Lee Brackett when they were writing The Empire Strikes Back. And of course, when he wrote Raiders of the Lost Ark, he had Lucas's ideas. He had Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford, who is very much a part of creating these characters, by the way, every one of them that he plays. They're with him, okay? In this, I don't think anybody cared, all right? Because the story wasn't about them, okay? It was just a rehash. It was a safe rehash. They went the nostalgic route when they brought Han with Chewbacca back onto the Falcon, and then we don't get any explanation of why Han lost the Falcon, why he went back to smuggling, what happened between him and Leia that he wouldn't go home. And again, he didn't divorce Leia. There wasn't a divorce. He just didn't go home. I hate that when people say that because it's not in canon. Okay? He just didn't go home. And if you look at what Disney put out there, it really is Kyle Ron's fault. All of it. All right? So, you know, so where do the prequel haters come in? They're as much as fault as Disney, because Disney took them far too seriously. All right? Disney took them out of context. You know, when they shamelessly go in there and shriek like, you know, TLJ defenders about, you know, George Lucas ruined their life, ruined their childhood because Hayden Christensen, but you still love Star Wars. Talk to the hand, okay? Because I'm done. If you guys had shut up, left, you know, Hayden alone, you know, going after Jake Lloyd, and causing him so much anguish and pain, emotional trauma, you know, his life has been misery since. Going after Ahmed Best over Jar Jar, and now we're stuck with literally the worst character I think ever written, Kylo Ren, Ben Solo. I mean, literally the worst character I've ever seen in my life in a Star Wars movie. But you guys are still pissed off about Jar Jar. Really? Treating Hayden Christensen, who's approached all this with grace, like shit. Attacking George Lucas to the point where he just wanted to sell his company. You know, you guys are to blame for a lot of this. And I'm not letting you off the hook, okay? Anywhere I go when I run into a prequel hater now, gets it full bore back from me because I am sick of you people, all right? I don't give a shit what you think. I don't care how you feel. You know, again, I blame you partly for what we've got now. And what pisses me off the most is there are people at Lucasfilm who worked for George Lucas, Pablo Hidalgo, who hate the prequels too, and are doing nothing but a happy dance over all the shit they're doing to destroy Lucas's legacy. How do you like it now? You guys are a part of this. And all this stuff, you started. All right? If you'd have kept your mouth shut, if you'd accepted what you saw, if you'd have understood what Lucas was trying to tell you, we wouldn't be here today. Maybe he never would have sold Lucasfilm. I don't know. But it's time for you to remember that part of this is your karmic debt. And we all get to suffer for it. This is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy. See you around the Cantina. Please remember to tip those Wookiee bartenders 20%. Don't start any fights in the Cantina because the Wookiee bouncers destroy everything and I gotta pay for it. No gunfights in the Cantina. Take it outside. No bounty hunters, no droids. I'll see you around, Scott. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe, hit that like button, and share away here. We share away here for the love of Star Wars. Hit the bell so you know when I upload more content. And leave some comments in the comment section. I did about 4 different videos of this, and this is by far the best one. So I want to give hat tips out to a bunch of people out there. They know who they are. Left Foot Media, Dave Pensack, everybody at How Ruined Johnson, Ruined Christmas, that Facebook group. He really gave me some good ideas for this video. So, see you around, you scoundrels. Behave yourself.